Hey, happy Wednesday, Wednesday matinee. I think I'll try to keep it brief, but you know, with me, you never know. Over the last couple of weeks, I speaking with a lot of people, mostly a lot of growers, and they tell me they agree with a lot of what I had to say, but they also say they're afraid to mention it because some of these large retailers will get offended, and they may, probably won't do business with them if they kind of said the same like supply and demand mentality that I have. And I tell them, no problem. I'm willing to say it. Why am I willing to say it? For the most part, is because I really want to make it better, and I think this what makes the produce industry better. That's rule number one. Number two is I'm pretty pragmatic, and I know I'm not going to get those orders directly anyway. And as I said in the past, I don't care who you are, what large retailer you are. Chances are I've covered, in fact, I have covered at one time or another things that your regular suppliers could not. That's not a lie, it's just fact. And which leads me to the next statement. Most retailers, they want to try to make this, they want to try to fit this industry into a box that it just can't fit in. First of all, if you want to put something in a box, the first rule is there is no box. So they try to make it dummy proof. So that's why they went with contract pricing. That's why they try to like smooth out pricing. They don't like spikes. They don't like any of that stuff. But this is produce. In a perfect world, you could have one supplier, right, that manufactured the produce. It just, if you needed 13 boxes, the 13 boxes were there, you 20. If you want the price of $15, that's the price. But produce is not a perfect world. There's too many variables in produce to get to that. Now, over the last 40 years, we've definitely made big strides, in protected agriculture and different technologies that definitely have alleviated some of the problems. But by and large, we're still at the we're still subject to nature. Excuse me, I lost it for a second, and that's not going to change. Maybe it'll change in the future, but I think for the short term, you have to have people that understand produce and know that you can't fit it in the grocery box where you could take. You get a great price on something, you could take 10 extra loads and put it in a warehouse somewhere and then sell it, a year later. You just can't do that with produce. So, again, rule number one is I only do this because I know it's going to make it better. And again, had I had all the metrics that you have now today, oh my God, I can't imagine I probably wouldn't be talking to you. I'd probably be living in Tahiti or something like that. But that's it. That's all I want to say is that I've said this many times. Paul Manfred doesn't stab people in the back. I stab you in the chest. I'm going to come right at you and say it to your face. And you could disagree with me. My mind has been changed on many subjects throughout my life. Just come with a good argument. That's it. That's why I like everybody to get on Clubhouse because we can have these conversations as an industry. Okay, let's talk about the pepper market. Now, I told you on Saturday this thing was going to turn around, and it turns around in a big way. Peppers will be short. The supply chain was full. It's clearing out now. There was still cheap stuff on the pipeline. There won't be any cheap stuff in the pipeline next week, and volume is down drastically. The only thing that's going to take the wind out of the sails of this market, it's the end of the month next week. But after that, beginning of May, I have no problem seeing this market, $20 and better on 15-pound reds at the terminal level. $14 to $16 FOB point. Remember, Mexico is in a seasonal decline. Coachella, they say is going to start around the 15th of the month. I've been hearing that for 25 years, and they've had good weather this year, and they may, but that doesn't mean we're going to have volume on the 15th. That means we're going to start scratching. You're going to get peppers that don't really look that great, maybe a little off color. So it's going to take a while. So I just think the whole month of May is going to be a great market right into June. So keep that in mind. And the real volume doesn't come until after July 4th. So again, keep all these things in mind because this market is definitely not what it was last week and the 6 prior weeks. And people are going to have to get adjusted to it. Next is trucks. You know, we spoke about that before. You know, there were trucks. The boards were $9,000-$10,000 on Nogales trucks today to the East Coast. It's crazy, and I just can't imagine with cherries. I heard they're harvesting cherries. I've been in this business for many years. I don't ever remember cherries being harvested in April. You know, that's a May item. So, but anyway, what happens when the cherry starts? Stone fruit, cantaloupes, you know, Florida watermelons already started. You know, then we're going to start with the Florida, the Florida vegetables and local stuff. I can't imagine. You know, people are saying like $12,000 to $15,000 trucks. You know, if I could see it, if trucks stay the way they are right now, and I'm not oh my God. Yeah. I like it when trucks are $5,000 or $6,000. Listen, I like it when everybody's making money. There's a price for everything. And I don't know if you all recall, I've talked about the cyclical nature of the trucking business. You know, if rates are low, they lose a lot of trucks. People go out of business. Rates go high. Big companies or people just add to their trucks. And, you know, so you get that cycle. This is totally different. There's a driver shortage. You have trucking companies with trucks without drivers. So this is getting exacerbated by not enough drivers. And that's a hard life. And I just would... Something I always believed in. I always treated the janitor the way that was a caption on a success poster. That's my life. I always treated the janitor the way I treated the CEO. I always treated people with respect. That's what I'm all about. And maybe when you're paying $15,000 for a truck, maybe when that truck driver comes up to you and hands you his paperwork, you can be a little nice to him. Okay, so. When he asked to use the bathroom, give him the key to use the bathroom. So these are all the things that I've seen that irked me. So that's it. That's all I have to say today. Next week's a big week. Monday's my anniversary. So I'm going away for this weekend. So we might have a little posting from South Padre Island this weekend. So, and then we have the following week, we have Mother's Day. Then my son Harold's birthday, and then my other son Christian's birthday 3 days later. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks. I'm also going to New Jersey, New York, maybe Philadelphia, May 4th through the 8th. So if you're in the neighborhood, come on, I'll give you a Hunts Point Market tour, a Philadelphia Market tour, personal tour by Paul Manfrey. Love you, love the produce business. See you on Saturday night. Take care. Bye.